Well, in radio there was a piece of work that I really liked, and it was where a station, with the help of the agency, gave a platform for, it was called Legend. It's basically in New Zealand, people find it difficult to tell their buddies or someone at home that he or she is being a bit of a asshole, on various issues. And this one we heard was about drinking or over drinking. And people are not able to tell the other person because culturally they don't push into someone else's life. The radio station gave a platform where people could read out their message to their friend and say, listen, Steve, I'm sorry I have to say this, but you're being a bit of a dick. You've got a family, you've got a child, and you've been drinking off late, and there are these things. And so suddenly that land was able to sort of air their points of view because the medium allowed them that, because it was third party, it was third person. It's such a simple idea, it breaks the convention of radio, and I think it offers new possibilities for radio, which is useful for people's lives, and I think that really touched me.
And then for the winner, which was Dumb Ways to Die, why did it reach the status that it did and become Best of Show in radio?
Because, see, the thing about Dumb Ways to Die is that the evidence is everywhere. It's like there's just too much that says, firstly, I think it's a great piece of song, you can't get it out of your mind. There are some things in life where the X factor is something you can't dissect. You just know that it's bothering you or affecting you or, delighting you. And Dumb Ways to Die has that X factor. It goes beyond idea, it goes beyond everything, and there's just this impactful, organic sound that's bothering you, in a nice way. And you're forced, it's like the guys who raised their hand for everything weren't able to put their hands down, whether gold and silver, whatever, because that's the power of what it has, both as a sound as well as the evidence of its impact. And I think in the end you do want in radio to be something more mainstream, something that has affected more people. You want radio to look big, not a small medium. I think that's one of the many reasons. I'm sure each jury member will have it. I think there were some great pieces of work in print, and I'm sure when people go around watching the shortlist, they'll see it. I think the Shanghai radio piece with people's eyes closed, watching a match. I kicked myself when I saw that campaign the first time. I said, man, such a simple, brilliant idea. Yeah, fantastic, truly a great idea. Probably fell short because of executional things. Maybe its impact was not felt around Asia or in the country. It did a great idea, not so great execution, but didn't matter because the idea was so huge. But more importantly, did we feel something? Was there reverberation of it? Did people put it up in radio stations saying, look, we finally have an image for radio? I wish that had happened. It has the possibility because it could have been film, it could have been so many things. Activation, it was such a great idea. It is such a great idea, and I think they should really spread the word for radio. They've cracked a fascinating idea, but I don't think it reached, the Grand Prix level. I mean, if you look at the print that won for Grand Prix in Cannes last year, which was United Colors of Benetton with world leaders kissing each other. I mean, that's print, right? But it's more than print. It's so impactful. It's like if television takes more than 30 seconds, this takes only 2 seconds. You got 2 seconds. The shortest television commercial in the world is a print. And so you still have a medium that's alive. You still have headlines that can kill you or headlines that can save you. I don't think we've explored enough. What has happened is we tend to follow a pattern. Something wins big. 2 years ago, a Grand Prix, say if it is in China, the Shanghai work for Heaven or Hell for Samsonite. Everyone starts following that pattern. Things in things. Things brought out of things. Things made out of things. And it's almost like people are trying to create a formula to win. And I think print has survived all these years, not because somebody had a formula, but because somebody had something new. It's about news. You can't be saying the same stale shit. Find something new and say it in a new way. And I think radio did that. Even though it's a medium that's been put in the periphery, if you ask me, it still managed to do fresh stuff. I think in print, I wouldn't say the same. Yeah, I think in film, firstly, when I was judging Clio in April or March of this year, we had seen a lot of work, and I remember seeing Dumb Ways to Die at that time. And it came to us fresh. It hit us for the first time with no hype, no background, nobody in the room knowing anything about which agency. And I still remember everyone went gaga over it. And there was no debate in that jury. Yeah? And then of course it went on winning. But it wasn't just about Dumb Ways to Die that made the film, category great. It was truly super films that touched you deeply or forced you or cracked you up. They were dealing at a pure human level. You were not thinking, oh, does it have an idea or does it not have an idea? You're not looking at it like print. You're not dissecting, because film, you cannot hide. Either it touches you or it doesn't touch you. If it moves you, it's in your face. You can see it and you can hear it in the room. So it's a collective expression, and that's the beauty of film. It was the most human judging experience, I would say. I'm very, very impressed and excited and encouraged by what is happening around me. I do feel in a way that every time you do something like this, you feel a bit smaller, because then you have something more to do, and it stops you from taking yourself for granted. And I think the work is just getting better and better, no matter what people say, scams or whatever. If you look at the total body of work and the best of the total body of work and the best of the best is just outstanding. The industry is moving fast forward, and people like me have to really run faster by being more open and younger and listening to more people. So I thank the region.